Alright, guess who's back? That's right, it's me. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. I'm Isu if you don't know me, and I can draw. I draw on this channel, if you probably can tell. Today I'll be talking about my second character, Izardukes. He was the second character I came up with, and so I decided it was probably the best that I would talk about him second. The name Izardukes comes from the French word for hazardous. I'm not going to try to pronounce it because I don't want anyone coming at me for mispronouncing a different language. And it includes a bit of my name because I like the vibe of it. If you go search it up what it is and then put my first two letters of my name into it, I think it's really cool. That's just my opinion. So that's why I did it there. His friends and just like the people close to him really like to call him Izzy, and it's just like something that I really liked because it's the first bit of his name. It's just 3 letters, and I really like the concept of nicknames, as you probably learned from my previous video where Zephyr is called Zip or Zippy. Izardukes only really has one nickname, and that is Izzy, because it's kind of hard to just have other nicknames. There are the options of Dukes and Dukesy, but I wasn't really vibing with that too much for this character. Obviously, some people still do call him that, but it's just not my preferred nickname for him. So, like Zephyr, he was also trained by Merlin, and in the days of Camelot, he was good friends with Guinevere and often told her a lot. They were good friends before Zephyr, so they're just a little closer than Izardukes and Zephyr were at the time. Obviously, now Izardukes and Zephyr got really close and just did a lot of fun things. He was a little wild child, which you couldn't really expect from him now with his very calm demeanor, because after the death of a member of their trio, they kind of just like switched personalities. Zephyr, who was usually really quiet, became a little louder just to compensate for the silence that Izardukes' personality shift put into the relationship that was originally the trio, right? And now just became a duo. When he was being trained by Merlin, he was one of the first pupils of Merlin, if you don't include Morgana, right? And because he was a guy, I like to think, and I love talking about these characters as if I don't know their backstory, when in reality I do, but it's kind of funny. I just kind of leave some of the decisions up to them as if they were real. It's just something that I do. So when he chose which element he wanted to draw his power from, he ended up choosing the sun, or more like the sun chose him. He was and is a person that burns hot and powerful and bright. He's just a raging ball of passion. He loves so many different things. He has so many different hobbies, and was just a really talkative guy. He was always inviting people, always getting the trio in trouble, and that's why he ended up pulling power from the sun, because he just was able to give light to everybody. He was someone that just was able to uplift everyone and bring a little sunshine into everyone's lives. Ever since the gap that our third character left, he kind of just acts very cold and very withdrawn, and when in reality he's just kind of noticing everything. He will stop and think about things. He likes to take things very slow sometimes, even though if it's off track or not going fast enough or not according to his mental plan, it kind of goes off the rails for him, because it's like, well, we need to get this done. Can we get it done now? And no one's kind of learned to deal with that, especially with him being the king. It's just something that apparently his council hasn't figured out. And with Isidux kind of being in his own world and his own mind, he doesn't really notice when he is getting taken advantage of, when people are just like walking all over him, and that is a problem. It's one of the conflicts in the book I'm writing, because that's just kind of what forced him to get off his butt and do something about it. He also has a really hard time trusting other people. Trust is just something that never came easy to him, and whereas for like Zephyr, it was something that she had to learn. Even though he was a very talkative and warm person when he was young, he always knew to be wary of other people for, I think, some reason where I just haven't figured that out yet. He has become a rule follower, cautious, kinder, and a better listener over the years. He's very chill and relaxing. Like, he is definitely a type of guy who reads books. I'll tell you that. He is a photographer. I like giving my characters hobbies, and I personally am a photographer. I'm not that great. It's kind of more of just like a hobby of whenever I want to do it. But I wanted to give it to Zephyr, and then realized that it probably fit a little bit more better with Isidux. He loves his digital cameras and taking videos and just living in the moment. It just become natural for him to do those things and to capture every moment, because he just doesn't want to forget things. If he forgets something, it's just really sad to him. So he's also a guy who journals, keeps journals for sure. He learns that from Zephyr when they spent time together. Zephyr also likes to document memories, and usually for her benefit later, not to just remember them, but in case something happens, she can go back and be like, okay, this happened and I can do this about it, and this is why, and blah blah blah. Whereas Isidux will kind of write them down just to, well, write them down. So, real question here is, what is his role in this book that I'm writing? Right, so he is the main character, or the main male character, however you say that. MMC. That is for sure. I know it's MMC. He may be the love interest. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. I'm not sure how. I'm not sure how I want that to go down yet, so stay tuned. He is the king, as I mentioned before, right? And in the previous video, I did talk about him going undercover, but he is not that great at dress up. So in reality, he goes to his closet, picks up a couple of pieces that he had from like a couple years ago, and just it's like, yeah, this works. I look like someone down in the town. I know what I'm doing for sure. He does not. Zephyr kind of clocks him immediately, not as Isidux, but as someone who is of importance. She doesn't realize that he is the king until later, as I've probably mentioned. And that is due to the fact that Isidux doesn't realize that he's still wearing some finer clothing, because he didn't pay too much attention to how old the clothing he was wearing. So in this illustration, you can see that he's wearing a green kind of cloak. It's his favorite one. It's one that this is one of the pieces of clothing that he's definitely had for a really long time. It's got pockets, and it's easy to conceal like a bag under it, so that is what he picks to go undercover. I really wanted to draw him undercover because he's just such a sweet little guy. Right, so why does he go undercover? He goes undercover to look for the notorious pirate Skua, and he's looking for him because Skua knows just like all the magics and all the goings on of the world that they are currently living in. So he thinks this person can help me find the astral orb. Can Skua help him find the astral orb? Well, guess we'll find out. The reason he's looking for the astral orb, kind of going back on topic, is because his kingdom's in trouble. There are things that he's noticing just aren't as bright anymore. It's kind of like the sunlight is literally drawing back from his kingdom. It's becoming more of a dark land, and he doesn't want that. He built this kingdom. He's the one who found it and was like, this is a place where people can be safe. Unfortunately, the council that Isidux does have, the King's Council, does exploit him and the kingdom's resources because Isidux just feels like he could trust these people because he's been with them for so long, when in reality he can't, and that's a really sad thing because Isidux was able to trust these people. I haven't quite figured out like what the entire problem is. I do know, and it is part of it, that the third character that I'll talk about in the next speed paint will be part of it. She'll be part of the problem. Oops, spoiled a bit. Whoops. So yeah, so he goes on this journey with the pirate Skua, who he eventually finds out is this other person that he never really thought it was them to begin with. So yeah, I'll definitely talk about Skua another time, but right now it's all about Isidux. So I know I mentioned photography, and along with photography, he's also an artist. Because I'm an artist, I'm able to kind of replicate his style and how he likes to draw things, and it's super fun. I've got quite a few notebooks and kind of sketchbooks filled with a couple of drawings of his. He gained a lot of inspiration, and he learned from Guinevere. It's kind of one of my little headcanons. It's that Guinevere may have been a very artsy person, since I think she had no like magic of her own. I just kind of like, in my universe, Guinevere was an artist as well. So Isidux kind of learned from her, and his style definitely varies a lot. He just loves drawing people. It's one of the things that I know I would like for him to draw, because he cares most about the people around him. So he has sketchbooks upon sketchbooks that Zephyr doesn't know of, that are just filled with drawings of Zephyr. Zephyr thinks, because she's seen some of his other sketchbooks, that they're filled with a lot of drawings of Guinevere, because Guinevere was just always there for Isidux, so it was just easy for him to draw her because she was just always around. So Zephyr thought that Isidux for the longest time had a huge crush on Guinevere, which in reality, when he was crushing on Guinevere, he was actually falling more and more in love with Zephyr. I just really wanted the trope of where Okay, I'm back. Hold on. Did y'all like my massive brain fart? Holy cow. I was going to say that I really like the trope where he falls first and harder, and then she falls for him later. Obviously, she falls for him just as much as he falls for her, but he is kind of the one that ended up tumbling off the cliff, and she kind of hiked her way down it, if that makes sense. I hope it does. That analogy was not the greatest. And it's obviously at this point of the book, or just the beginning of the book, Zephyr and Isidux just haven't seen each other in a really, really long time, so they just don't recognize each other. Zephyr has got new scars, she's skinnier, she's a pirate that has been on the sea for a really long time, whereas Isidux, he's kind of got more life to him because he is the king. He's able to have the resources he needs to keep healthy, and obviously they've just been growing a lot as individual people, that they just both need their time skips and their individual times, because they've just spent so much of their lives together that it was really important, I think, for me to experience what it may have been like if they were separated and if they were just able to grow as separate people. So that's the main reason why Isidux and Zephyr just don't recognize each other when they see each other for the first time in the book. And I just, again, love the trope of he falls first and harder. And I did kind of think about having a love triangle, and there kind of is. The third character I'm going to talk about, I'll talk about her later and more in depth, obviously, did have feelings for Isidux for a really long time because Zephyr just was not getting it, is what I would think that the third character would say, and just wasn't realizing how great of a guy Isidux was. And so when I was designing these characters, there was never an intention to have a love triangle, but then I was looking at how the villain or the anti-hero would work, and to me, in my head, it kind of just made sense. And I really hope it makes sense to you guys too. Yeah. Isidux is definitely one of my favorites of the trees. Well, I mean, I love all three of them. It's kind of hard to choose between them. But Isidux, in terms of how old he is when I was making these characters, he's definitely the middle kid. He was made maybe a couple months after I made Zephyr. I'm not entirely sure. I don't have any dated records of drawing him and making him up, but he's definitely grown a lot. He's one of my first male original characters, and I really wanted to take him and run with him because I don't have a lot of male main characters. They're kind of harder for me to make, for sure, because I don't know what goes on inside the mind of a guy. If anyone would like to give some input of what goes on inside the mind of a guy that isn't wildly wild, I would love to know, because I just love to continue developing my characters. The characters that I'm showing you guys now aren't completely developed. These definitely aren't base characters though. They have grown a lot and they're going to continue to grow. I have some more character design ideas that I came up after I did this illustration. So you guys may see slightly different variations of these characters in the future, because I just wanted to develop their world and develop them a little bit more. But still, it's definitely fun to make these characters and to make them feel like they're real people, because that's just the total fun of it. And that's what I try really hard to do For example, Izardukes, kind of like Zephyr, I based him off of lots of different characters because I just love so many different traits of so many different characters that I'm like, I need a character that has all of these. I need a character that has the ability to be a book boyfriend, but like not one of those toxic ones. I just need him. I needed him to be sweet, to be kind, but to have a brain, you know. Sometimes main characters just don't have brains. Male characters in books, even if they are side characters, may not have brains either. And I just have developed this character to a point where he's really good. I'm really comfortable where he is. And I'm really glad that I'm able to share it with everyone. And I really hope you are able to enjoy these characters, and hopefully soon, maybe not soon, later rather than sooner, switch that saying up a bit, you'll be able to enjoy them in the book I'm writing because they're just so special to me and they just could be amazing for so many different people. I just know they can because I am trying to make all these characters in a way where they can be relatable to literally anyone. They're based off of my experiences and the people around me, for sure. Izardukes, I really hope you were able to like him and enjoy this illustration because this was a really fun illustration. I really like doing the background, even though it is kind of in my opinion. I had a lot of fun with it, and I really hope to do more illustrations in the future, and I really hope to do a sketchbook tour soon because it would be really fun to show you guys the development of these characters since I started making them. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. We got a bit like 2 minutes left in this video, so thank you again. If you like my video, subscribe for more and hit the notification button so you get notified when I make new videos. So far, I'm trying to do it every other week. If that works, then you'll be seeing these videos pretty consistently. If you guys like art and books and all these things that I'm just talking about, go check out my Instagram too. My link is in my bio and in the description below as well. Just go ahead, give me a follow, and subscribe on here. Let you guys have the last minute to yourselves to just watch me paint and finish rendering. Thank you again, guys. Bye!